Twitter. Open up my Twitter. I go to like I normally do, trending, see what's up, what's happening out here in these streets, and I see your boy name trending, Funk Flex.
Oh, yo boy. Okay.
I'm like, okay, last time Funk Flex was trending, he was talking out the side of his mouth about Ti. So it's like, all right, who he talking about now? What Funk Flex doing now?
Surprise.
So I click on this name, and it's a video of this man on a table, like a holiday turkey getting plucked, and he like getting some type of lipo body work done to himself
Yeah, I seen that.
on his IG live. Recorded it, taped it,
Whoa.
posted it. Ever,
Bruh.
I kid you not. Like this is intentional. Like he all in the video, like face, all case. Like he in there. Like,
Oh my
like this
God.
is Funk Flex. I'm getting body work done. Yeah, this is what he's doing. This is 2020, and this supposed legend is getting body work done on the internet. Like, it's 2020, man. You can't.
That's my thoughts. That's exactly what I was thinking. It's 2020. Anything's possible. He getting his model body right. You feel me? But my boy trying to, he trying to get that's his 2021 body. That's new Funk Flex.
Bruh.
Listen, with 2020, anything's possible these days, man. I don't put nothing past nobody. I'm not even surprised. I feel like clout chasing has been a part of 2020, though.
Bruh.
Funk Flex it's supposed to be a legend, right? Funk Flex, this is the dude bars. This is the drop bombs. This is the.
Hey man, that's your
But
boy.
all legends have to do something to keep recreating themselves and keep themselves relevant. Just because you're a legend, how do you stay relevant?
That's true.
By creating
That's
good.
true.
No, by creating good content.
Listen, I didn't say it was true that he had to get body work done.
Right.
I said it's true that he had to do something to keep himself relevant. Now, we've always talked about legends, especially the legend, LL Cool J, constantly doing things to reinvent himself. Now,
look at Madonna.
Yeah, even then. But they've never gone this far. But I think that Funk Flex is pretty much the consequence of being a legend from the past, still trying to live in the now. Like we don't see Madonna and LL Cool J every day. We see Funk Flex, stretching and reaching every day to just be seen. And so now he's living in this 2020 world where clout chasing is the thing. Like that's the theme. Like if you're not clout chasing, if you're not trying to do something to be seen on the internet, then you're not going to be seen at all. So here we have Funk Flex getting probed like a, like you said, like a, they sucking fat out of his ribs.
This guy, this man is literally stretched out on the table and is letting them go to town on him. Like he's letting this happen. But listen, I hear what you're saying. I hear that, but it's like the conversation me and you had a couple weeks ago about just you got to evolve. Like you gotta know. Like all right, whatever I was doing 2 years, time moves. Time don't stop. Right. So before the internet age, before everything was at the palm of our hands. Right. Stuff had to marinate. Even music, the way we consume music, like songs were 5 minutes long. Albums were 18 tracks long, and you had to live with the music. Like the artist, you had an artist dropping one album every 2 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, you had to live with it. Like that's what our mindset was. And then it gets to a point, like you said, all right, technology comes into play. Now everything's at the palm of our hands, so now everything's moving quicker. So now we gotta figure out a way how to evolve with the times, right? Like if you are still doing the same thing you was doing 2 years ago, you're not gonna you can't expect the same results. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Like for instance, Funk Flex was a DJ, a legendary DJ, king of New York, king of a lot of stuff. Started out trailblazed, right? And then it got to a point where he evolved to radio because everything moved to the radio. Like in order for you to be a respected DJ, you had to run the radio. It was Funk Flex, and then later on down the line, Khaled. Like you had to run radio, right? That's what the DJ had to do. And then you had to evolve. You seen Khaled when Khaled got to a certain level and radio got to a point where radio was just like, all right, it's not really the driving force of music anymore. Khaled pivoted off of the radio and moved into social media, right? So instead of Khaled
dropping his albums and all that,
instead of Khaled plucking himself up on the table and getting stuffed, he's on Snapchat with his real life. Like, yo, this is what I'm doing. This is my everyday life. This is I'm letting y'all into me. Since everything is on the internet and everything is so like that, this is what I'm gonna do. Instead of reaching for a viral moment, I'm gonna create this. This is what y'all come into my world. You know what I'm saying? Because it can go one or two ways. You know what I'm saying? Like you either become just this transparent thing where it's like, yo, I'm giving you everything, or you have to create a moment to stay relevant because your life is not really that. What's the word?
Interesting.
Yeah, for real.
Like I feel like the thing that's so different is that back in the day where like Funk Master Flex and all these people, LL Cool J's and even DJ Khaled, and their time, it was more of a blueprint that you follow.
Yeah.
Even in your growth and evolving as an artist, it's still a blueprint. Like, okay, you kind of follow these steps and this is how it goes and you'll get this outcome. Whereas now there's no blueprint anymore. It's like freehand. So everything's up for grab and you don't know what's going to stick anymore. Yeah. I feel like so everyone jumps around and does everything. Even if it's out of their comfort zone, because you don't know what's going to stick. Because in today's world, things that actually blow or people they love, they gravitate to are the things that you least expect. The things that are mostly like some crazy, out of the box, out of the world things. Like the millennials of this time, the things that they like is just so different than what we know. They're very emotional. I mean, you know, like you just don't even know how to really connect to them so much because they're so all over the place. So I feel like when you have people that come from that blueprint lifestyle, now you're trying to find your way in something that gives you no direction. So you kind of go, you know what I mean? You find yourself laying on this table doing whatever it is because you don't know it's going to stick, you know? Because you got these millennials that don't even respect legends anymore.
Yeah. True.
Yeah.
That's a very good point.
That's a good point. Yeah, it's true. They don't respect the legends. But I mean, that's just like that's just weird though. Like, I mean, you reach for an audience that you already know is laughing at you. You know what I'm saying? Like, we already laughing at you, but you're gonna reach back and still try to like, nah, I'm hip, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dude, nah, like you a legend. Like, just continue to be a legend. Like, just be a legend. Like, at this point in your career, all you gotta do is just be you. Like, you ain't gotta change because you are established. You know what I'm saying? Like, you are you. You don't see Angie Martinez out here trying to do something different. She's, you know, y'all came up together through the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a way to maneuver, especially like you are like in front of the line of hip hop aging. Like, we've never seen hip hop age. You know what I'm saying? Like we are the first generation of hip hop of being able to see hip hop age, right? Because the generation before us is the one that's aging. So we get to actually see like, oh, okay, that ain't how you do it. That is how you do it, right? And the generation after us, they get to see they get to see everything. You know what I'm saying? So they get to, you know, we are the first generation to actually see like the agent of hip hop, and he is the agent of hip hop. So it's like, yo, like if you're supposed to be aging, and you're supposed to be aging like gracefully because of how we think about you, it's like, what are we supposed to be thinking about? Like, how are we supposed to be viewing you? Like,
Right.
you're not even moving the ways. Like, man, like just think about Funk Flex's career, like the things that he's done, the people that he's broke, the moments that he's had. Like he's an established. Even just us, even just me, being from the South and just being like in the South. Like we from the bottom. You can't get much more South than this, and we still know the impact of Funk Flex. You know what I'm saying? So that tells you how much of a legend, how big he is. So you supposed to like age like gracefully. Like we supposed to see you and hold you up to a certain standard. Like, nah, this is Funk Flex. You know what I'm saying? Like this is what I'm trying to be. Like the next DJs coming up, this is who they supposed to be trying to be like. Like we supposed to emulate you, but it's hard to emulate you when it's like you reaching for these crazy moments.
I think also we also live in use like you said, we're the first generation to actually see hip hop age. Now, I also feel like there's ever since the beginning of the time, men have wanted to do something to make themselves immortal. So, and he's already a legend to us. We never gonna forget who Funk Flex is. But now he's seeing this new generation. He's like, how can I make myself memorable to them? You know what I'm saying? Because eventually he feels like this generation that's known him and sees him as that legend is going to die off too.
Right.
And then he don't want to be forgotten. So he feels like, 20 minutes on this table, you know, getting fat sucked out of my stomach. They're going to remember that. But he also feels like that's going to give them that spark to check into who Funk Flex is. Like, who's this fat dude getting, you know, whatever the procedure is, who's this fat dude getting it? So I think he's just having a hard time understanding that he is a legend. Sometimes people don't even know that. Sometimes people don't notice that. Even though, like we mentioned a few weeks ago, when Ja Rule and 50 Cent, Murder Inc. and Shady Records was going back and forth, who we looked for to give us the track every day? Funk Flex.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah.
So
yeah, he's a staple.
So he's having a hard time understanding who he is. That's what I get from it. You know what I'm saying? It's more like, I know these people love me, but I want everybody to love me. Everybody's never going to love you.
Yeah.
You're never going to have everybody love you.
Yeah. Yeah.
You please some of the people some of the time.
Yeah. Well, that I mean, because to me, it all is like a product of like, because like we talked about Khaled, right? Khaled puts everything out there, right? But at the same time, because he puts everything out there, it's easy to like him. So like everybody likes Khaled, you know what I'm saying? And so now it's like, okay, if that's the way to go, let me put everything out there, but let me go the extra mile. Let me go the extra. Let me put an extra oomph in it, because it ain't. I don't want to be just like him, but I'm gonna take it and do it, 10 times different. It's like, all right, dude, but hey, man, if getting stuffed and getting snatched and getting your body done is your type of thing, bro. Like, hey, 2020 grown man getting snatched. Like, if that's what you doing.
He trying to be a trendsetter. 2021, everybody getting snatched, dudes getting snatched.